Hello again, everyone. Yesterday, I made a card with this little chap. He's a little Gummiapan moose. Looks like a baby one. I don't know what it is. There's something about moose that just make me smile. And I saw this little chap on the Frantic Stampers website because it is, in fact, one of their own dies. Adorable moose. He is adorable, isn't he? He's a cousin or a friend, or what should I say, of the adorable fox that I've made some cards with previously. And I loved him. I managed to get the fox in England. I don't think there are many suppliers of Frantic Stamper in England, but I managed to get a fox. Saw this little chap on the website, but, knew I couldn't get him. Frantic Stamper don't ship to the UK. But then a lovely lady from Missouri called Claire said, I have my basket all ready to go from Frantic Stamper. Would you like me to put a moose in for you? What could I say? What a kind lady. So she bought this moose for me and she popped it in the post. But not only did she pop this in the post, she thought he looked a bit lonely, so she put a whole bunch of other stuff in as well, which she said she'd got doubles of. Well, what wonderful things to have doubles of. So Claire, thank you so, so much. I'm just, overwhelmed really. So having this just arrive, I thought I must have a go. Like his little one, his little friend, his eyes and his nostrils actually will pop out. So I cut a whole bunch of moose, layers of him, and the one I'm going to use on the bottom, as I did yesterday, I kept the die cut in the die intact, put a piece of tape over the back, sticky tape over the back of the eyes and the nostrils before I took it out. So now those eyes are in there and they're not going to get lost. With this one, what I thought I would do is to build up the layers and so have the head higher up than the body so it looks closer to you. So I've got another one to put on top of that. And then I have two more heads and antlers so that they will go and stick up a little bit, protrude, shall I say, not stick up, protrude a little more. So there he is, isn't he splendid? Actually, I think I might take those eyes out. I would like the eyes to be recessed, so we'll see about that one. Let's just have a look, see how. I don't think I need those eyes. I will put them on one side. Trying to put little eyes in after the event is really difficult. So the easy thing to do is to just put the tape on and hold them in, at least the piece you want them in. So what I thought I would do with this little chap is to cut, I've got out a couple of tree line dies, cut a line of trees and have him there, and maybe even put the little one on with him, like this, and then Happy Christmas, Moose. So we'll see how we go. I did cut out of a piece of scrap one of these. It's actually this one, and I believe it might be Impression Obsession. I'm not certain. I will try and find out. Excuse me, I'm still coughing slightly. So what I thought I'd do is just do a little very pale sky for up there, colour him with markers, and then just assemble, put the thing on. So to do the sky, I want to do just a little bit of one panel. So I can do the sky like this, pop that onto there, and then cut out a front panel with my Sizzix. Kind of bit like that. I can decide how much of each to have later. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to put some colour onto this piece of card for the sky. I think this is my Cintigo silk weave linen, and I think I'll use this on the back, so I've got the smooth side. So all I'm going to do is put some colour, some ink, this is Distress Oxide in tumbled glass, onto my mat. I'm going to get a lot of water on my brush, just a broad wash brush, and then just go over my piece of card. And there's a hair in there. Don't know where that came from. That's got it. Okay. Just add the colour in a wash across. This is not watercolour card, doesn't matter. There we go. That's all I need. But what I think I'll do is, just to make it a little bit more interesting, is just dab it a couple of times with a bit of paper towel. Just make a couple of clouds. I've got it long enough, haven't I? No, I need a bit longer. Let's just do a bit more over here. Doesn't matter how you put it on. There we go. Right, what I'm going to do is just dab, make a couple of clouds. There we go. Let's do it like that. That'll do. And I'm going to leave that to dry. If it doesn't dry in time, I'll give it a whiz with my heat tool. Just wipe up the rest of this ink. Give my brush a little rinse. There we go. Okay, come back to that in a minute. Now I'm going to colour Mr. Moose. I hope he's Mr. Moose. He might be Mr. Moose. What I just bought, I just thought I would show you this. I've just bought these replacement plates for my spellbinder. I needed some replacement plates anyway, and I bought the regular ones. But then I saw these and I thought these might actually save my arm a little, because they are just small 6x6 plates. What you can do with them is put them through the machine this way or this way. So because you can rotate them, the wear might be more even. And if I'm cutting small dies, it means I don't have to wind as much to get it through. So I thought I would give it a go and just see how I get on with those. So I'll kind of let you know about that. I'm going to colour the bottom layer, the second bottom layer, should I say, completely, because otherwise I might not get into the edges where the upper layers meet. So let's do that. I'm going to colour him similarly to this one, but I might try and get him just a bit darker. And I'm using, I say, limited colours because these are Nuvo alcohol markers, and there are a limited number of these available. That is all the kind of earth tones that there are. So let me just start. I think I started the other one with let's try this one as a base today. This is called Sandcastle. Okay, I'll stick these together first. Let's just... This is another Nuvo product, a broad-tipped glue pen. Pop him on top. There we go. I'm wondering whether I might have to colour his nostrils black, just so that they show up, and I'll do that before I do too many layers, because let's do that now while I think about it. I don't want to make black go on to other. Let's just do his nostrils black. Okay, now I can go over any of this with my other colours. So this is the bit I want to do, this bit round here. that bit's going to be covered up. Just overlap that edge. Okay, there's a bit there I don't need, isn't there? Let's just pop that out. There we go. Put that out of the way. Right. Now let's do, what shall we have? Colours. Antlers will be on one of these, the top colour. A bit more of the, where's the coconut shell? That was hazelnut truffle, is it? I wonder what that's like. Maybe a bit of this. Decisions. Not absolutely sure what colour mousse are, to be honest. See why I'm doing this here, because I don't want the rest to show. How about their hooves? Have they got dark hooves? Let's give him dark hooves. There's a tiny bit in there. Okay. Now, let's have a bit of... I'd use Stonehenge for the... Oh, I don't need to do that yet. It's just the body I need to do. Coconut shell. Let's use this one. But I think I want to make him a little darker than... Let's just see. I think he's quite nice, actually. I'll just put a little of the darker around here, just to give him a bit of, looks like he's got a bit of shape to him. That leg's going to be a bit darker behind there, isn't it? His tummy. There we go. I don't think that's too bad now. Have him darker than that, yeah. Okay, let's put some head on now, shall we? Put his head on. Right. I'll glue the back of this one, I think. Oops, lost the top. Where'd it go? Goodness knows. I'll find it later. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now we'll put the next one on. I'm not gluing the layer below here because I don't want to smudge up the marking, the colouring. Right. There we are. Oh, lovely. Just wipe up the glue. I'll get that off later with just a drop of alcohol, a bit of isopropyl. Come off a treat. Right. Let's use the colours we used before. Started with the Sand Castle. The eyes are not getting coloured in because they're recessed. Okay. Now we will use some hazelnut truffle. concentration. Oh dear. Right. Coconut shell. He's cute, isn't he? Now I want to use the Stonehenge for the antlers. The same as the little one. There we go. I'm just going to blend over his ears with the light colour again. There we go. Oh, what a gentleman. Right, now a black fine line marker, just to put the pupils of his eyes in. Really come to life when you give them eyes, don't they? Okay. I think we could just do with a tad of shading on those antlers. Let's just put a little more of the same colour, but oops, another layer. There we go. I think they look quite sweet, don't you? Here's a little alcohol. This bottle is from Crafter's Companion. I think it's supposed to be for fine tip glue or that kind of stuff. Oh, come on, Christine. Can't get there. Haven't got my glasses on. There we go. Just wipe this up. It comes off beautifully once you put a little drop of alcohol on. Right, put that pens away. I'm getting used to these slowly. I haven't had them very long. Right, now let's have a look at our composition. Let's see how our sky is doing. The sky is dry. So our trees are here, which I'm going to leave absolutely white. So I need to see how much of what I want. About like there, perhaps. Okay, I'll stick these down and then I'll cut the whole lot out. So, a bit of glue on the trees. I've got so many different glues and I use different ones for different things. And if one doesn't work, I'll just try another one. I don't get panic about it. If one thing doesn't work, I'll use something else. I'm going to put some of this adhesive on here, just because this is a really good adhesive. I love that kind of thing. Right, now let me just see again where we're going to go. I think there. Okay. Now I'll just tape this down and then we'll cut it out and we'll have our front panel. Okay. Yes, I'm looking forward to using those little square plates when I'm doing lots of this kind of thing, cutting out small dies. Okay, here we go. Okay. There's my front panel. It's going to go on this card. I've cut my sheet of A4 this time in half across the width rather than down the length. I've still got a tent folded card, but it's in landscape format. So there we go. Now, if we have one moose there, one moose here, and Happy Christmoose there. That's sweet, isn't it? They do look like they belong, don't they? I think that's lovely. That's the one I made yesterday as a demo, or whatever, the one I did before. Let me just find something to cut this out. This will probably do this. Let's try these short plates. What I do to lengthen a die cut is I cut it part way from both ends, or each end, whichever way you care to call it. So, popping that on the, let's have a look at this side. I'll do it this way up, because that's the way it's going to go into my machine. It's just about big enough, I think. So, another piece of tape. This is my low-tack tape from Sticks 2. I use so much stuff from Sticks 2. Right, stuck down to the plate and the card. Let's try this. Right, now I've just cut it to rolled it to about there. This bit's not cut. So I'm going to take it off, turn this around, and I'm going to look at it first, pop this on the other end. I don't know if I'm too happy about the placement of that, but we'll see when it's done. I had to come down a bit. It's got a bigger gap there because of those descenders, so we'll see what it looks like. Right. See if I like it. This is a computer-generated sentiment in the font called Are You Frickin' Serious? Happy Christmoose. So that's going to go on there. So it's a bit of a rush today. We're off this morning to a singing day. We'll be going to be singing Verdi's Requiem in London in December. And this is a day for, you know, in-depth practice. We've been practicing it every week in choir, but this is one of those in-depth days where we're spending a day, stop and have lunch and carry on. Well, there we go. I think he looks cute. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you so much, Claire, for my adorable moose. Have a lovely day.